There's one major difference between a talk that gets 4,000 views versus a talk that gets 4 million views. And it's not what you think.
So maybe you've never smoked a cigarette a day in your life. Not a single one. But
Audio check.
Yes.
Audio. Okay. Thank you.
your body is aging like you've got a pack-a-day habit anyway. It's not the beers on the weekend. It's not the burger you had on Tuesday. It's something you're doing every single day, probably today actually, something we're all doing, and it's quietly taking close to a decade off your life. I spent years training, defusing bombs in war zones, Iraq specifically, real ones, real stakes, couple hundred actually. After that, I became a federal agent, protection details running security all over the world, never really knowing what the next day was going to bring. And then 4 more years of medical school, then residency, then I became an ER doctor. The kind of job where somebody's worst day just happens to be your Tuesday. Somewhere in the middle of all that, I also had 4 kids. And you might look at that list and think, that guy's tough, he's built different. And for a long time, so did I. But there was something happening to my body that whole time, something I didn't understand until years later when I was staring at the research with my own name basically written all over it. It wasn't the deployments, it wasn't the trauma bays, it wasn't even the 4 kids as much as they'd like to take credit for it. It was something quieter, running in the background every day, whether I was overseas or sitting in traffic, and it was aging me fast, just like it is you. If we haven't met, I'm Seth. I'm an ER doctor, former special ops guy in Data 4, and now I focus on simplifying health to keep people out of the ER. Today, I'll tell you exactly what that habit is and something you can actually do about it. And that habit is chronic stress. Not a bad day, not a rough week, the kind that never really turns off, background noise you stop noticing because you lived with it for so long you think it's just what life feels like. And I know a lot of you are just going to roll your eyes and say, stress, whatever, this new trend of stress or whatever. But it is so important that you understand the ravages of what it does to your body. And when I say that, I literally mean taking up to 10 years off your life. So just hear me out. Here's the mechanism that happens inside your body. Every cell in your body has these little caps on the end of your chromosomes. So think of your DNA creating your chromosomes, and there's little caps on the end. They're called telomeres. Think of them as like the plastic tips on the end of a shoelace. Every time a cell divides, which it does through your life, that cap gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Eventually, it's too short and the cell can't divide anymore. That is called cellular aging. That is your biologic clock. When your cells can no longer divide, well, that's when things start dying off. Researchers at UC San Francisco directly measured this. Women under chronic, sustained stress, like caregivers, people with no real recovery window, year after year, the most stressed had telomeres shorter by the equivalent of at least a decade of extracellular aging. That's measured, not a guess. Now, smoking, the thing we all agree is terrible for your health, costs the average smoker somewhere around a decade of life expectancy. Different measurement, different mechanism. I'm not going to tell you they're the same thing, but look at those 2 numbers sitting next to each other. A decade from stress, a decade from cigarettes. I didn't make that up to scare you. That's just where the research landed. You're not doing the thing that kills you fast, like smoking or, skydiving. You're doing the thing that ages you very slowly, and slow is exactly why nobody catches it, including me, for about 15 years. So what do you actually do about it? You can't remove stress from your life completely. Anybody who tells you that the goal is trying to sell you something. You've got a job, you've got kids, you've got bills, and traffic, and all the bullshit is not going anywhere. The real goal is building in windows where your nervous system actually gets to come back down from that sympathetic state. Your body's got 2 settings, fight and flight, and rest and digest, or rest and repair. Most people are stuck in the first one basically all day, every day, and never give the second one a chance to switch on. That switch runs through what's called your vagus nerve. It's one of the longest nerves in your body, runs from your head all the way down through your gut. And it doesn't flip on by accident. You have to create conditions that allow it to turn on. So I can only tell you what works for me because I'm not you. I don't know what works for you. I can tell you what works for me though. Something I do every day, I schedule into my day, is 10 minutes outside in silence. No phone. This isn't like a mindfulness trend that you see on TikTok. When you sit outside in nature and you remove noise and stimulation, your vagus nerve actually gets a chance to fire. Your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, starts dropping within minutes of real quiet. 10 minutes doesn't sound like much, but it's enough. It's the same thing that I have the people who run through my Primal 60 challenge do every day. And it's the one thing that oddly enough, people struggle with the most out of the diet and the exercise and everything. People say that they struggle the most with sitting outside in silence for 10 minutes and allowing their brain to just calm down. The first few times you try it, you're going to feel very antsy. You're going to feel your mind racing. What do I do? What do I do with my hands? Where do I put them? No. But like your brain's going to keep running and you're going to wonder how you do this for 10 minutes. It's going to feel like an eternity. After you start doing it for a couple of weeks, you will start to adapt and you will start to crave it because you'll realize that after 10 minutes of sitting and just watching the leaves and the trees and the wind blow and the birds chirp and whatever it is for you where you're at, everything calms down inside. You start to feel like yourself again. You start to feel your mind clear like you can think again. You start to feel the anxiety and the weight lift off your shoulders. Just give it a try and let me know what you think. But from the thousands of people that I've put through it, they all end up loving it. Next, a daily walk. No headphones, same mechanism, kind of different delivery. Movement plus quiet is a bigger lever than either one alone. In fact, this was one of the things that I used when I was really struggling with PTSD and anxiety after my military and State Department years. I would do a morning walk. It was pretty early in the morning, usually around 5 or 5:30, so that the streets were empty. I would walk and I would just be in silence. It would take me about 30 minutes. And it was like the start of every day, but it was the start of one of the most healing and changing parts of my life. So something you can try. Next, 2 minutes of slow breathing before you go into something that's really strenuous or after you come out of something really strenuous. This one is like not as passive as the other two, but slow, deep breathing directly signals to your vagus nerve that you're safe. It's one of the only ways that you can consciously reach in and like flip that switch in real time. You want to breathe through your belly. You want to do 4 to 5 seconds in, you hold it, and then you do 4 to 8 seconds out, hold it, and then you just repeat that for about 2 to 4 minutes. And then there's the stuff that sounds really soft, but I don't think it is. It's really life-changing if you actually implement it. The first one is what you tell yourself on repeat. So what you tell yourself repeatedly actually shapes or reshapes the neural pathways in your brain and the pathways that your brain defaults to. If you think of your brain as a forest and you're cutting pathways through it for roads, whatever you do, whatever you tell yourself, what does other people tell yourself, what you see and what you watch and what you do, create roads through your brain. And that is the way that your neurons fire, is through these roads. The more you tell yourself something, the wider that road gets and the faster the traffic can travel down that road. Now, if you're telling yourself negative thoughts or if negative things are being said to you over and over, that pathway gets wider and your brain starts to think in negative thought patterns. And that becomes who you are. You can change that. If you begin telling yourself good things, if you begin feeding your brain good thoughts, positive thoughts, you tell yourself, I'm the person who does what they says they're going to do. I'm the person who's always on time. I'm the person who chooses to eat the healthy thing, or I'm the person who works out daily. That path becomes wider in your brain and it becomes who you are. And the other negative or unhelpful paths that have been wide, telling yourself you're fat or lazy or slow or whatever it is, become narrower and narrower until they disappear. Okay, that is called neuroplasticity.
If it doesn't work for you, we promise 10 times your money back. This product works in just 1 second to fit perfectly and is suitable for everyone. Simply soak it in hot water to activate the elastic material and have your new dentures.
We promise to refund 10 times if
Whatever it is, become narrower and narrower until they disappear. Okay, that is called neuroplasticity. If you tell yourself something enough times, your brain gets very efficient at believing it. The same mechanism runs the other way. If you smile on purpose, even when you don't feel like it, if you laugh, even when you don't really feel like laughing, your body can't distinguish real from manufactured, and it responds with the signal the same way. It's just the opposite way around. So laugh more, smile more. There's been studies where they've shown that if you smile on purpose, it actually makes you happier. So too many people rely on external circumstances to make them happy, and then they think the smile results. But you can actually smile or laugh on purpose enough to make yourself happy. And the more you do that, the more happy you bring yourself, the more happier you are, the more it trains your brain to be happy, just like we talked about with neuroplasticity. So smile more, laugh more, be around people who add to you instead of drain you. Learn to say no to the stuff that doesn't matter to you, so there's room for the things that do. Do what you love, and then give less fucks about the rest. These are 2 things I wrote on my whiteboard in my garage. Do what you love and give less fucks. And it's not to be some vulgar term that I just throw around. It's to remind myself to really orient my life around the things that bring me joy, to do the things that I love, whether it's certain exercises in a workout routine, or whether it's doing hobbies that I love, or focusing my work around the things that I actually love and delegating or getting rid of the things that I don't. And then giving less cares about the things that bring me a lot of stress or anger or resentment in life. Getting rid of those and filling my life with the things that I love. All right? None of this is complicated because it's not supposed to be. Complicated is how you talk yourself out of doing the things you should be doing. None of this is about becoming a monk. It's about noticing where your nervous system never gets a break and giving it one on purpose. 15 years of running hot all the time taught me that the hard way. And I'd rather you learn it from this video than from your own body forcing the lessons on you later on. Every month, I run a couple of hundred people through something I call Primal 60 Challenge. It's not a fad diet. It's not just a workout plan. It's 60 days of training, nutrition, and daily habits, all laid out for you inside one simple app: accountability, a community of people doing it alongside you. And the thing people bring up to me over and over months later is not the workouts. It's usually the daily habits, the stress piece specifically, people telling me that part alone changed their entire life. If you want in on the next one, the link is below. No pressure either way. But if you're not going to do it, or if you are going to do it, take care of yourself. Your health is the most important thing in your life. Put it first, prioritize it. Everything else will be much easier. Until next time, y'all.
Until next time, y'all. Thank you, Seth. And Seth is for real. Don't play. We have spent the better part of this week, tomorrow's Friday. We've been focusing on the ladies, all you sisters. Yeah, the stress, it affects you ladies more than you think it does. And for those of us who think that isolationism is good, it's not good. So do the things you love and hang out with your friends. Don't be by yourself too often. That all of itself feeds stress. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you do your squats this morning? Did you walk this morning? Did you take your hemohim this morning? Did you smile this morning? Okay. So we've been talking about the kidney since this week. You know, the signs that your fingers can show you, that your feet can show you. We talk about heart attacks, 7 signs that we're not really noticing, but I hope that my sisters are paying attention. And so this morning we're talking about chronic stress. And the reason why I do it is that no matter how much skincare, beauty care, hair care products that we are using, if we are not handling stress correctly, it makes no difference. Makes no sense. You see, what stress does is it ages you. It ages you rapidly. You lose 10 years chronic stress. So I know it's a momentum morning. We do our Cosmetomillionaire beauty care, hair care, skin care on a Thursday, but we must take a minute to have a conversation about chronic stress. Good morning again. And Malika, if you don't mind, I know you're here. Give you a quick minute to open up for us and we get started. Thank you, Malika.
Absolutely. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good
Good
morning,
morning. Good morning.
CJ.
Good
Thank you.
morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to this amazing call. And we have Miss Carol Spain on in the house this morning.
Carol,
Yes,
wow.
Miss Carol Spain. Good morning, and welcome
Good
everybody.
morning.
Welcome, Miss Spain. We missed you. Miss
Of
Carol
course.
Spain is one of my favorite persons here on the Academy.
All
Uh,
right.
but in Academy, she taught me to say, detox your
Mhm.
home.
Yes.
Detox your home. So, ladies, as we continue to learn, grow, and just be excited about this Academy products. We would like to welcome each and every one of you. First and foremost, thank you so much for being on this call. We know that you could have been somewhere else, but you are here joining us and just listening, learning, and motivating each other. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you are new, please go
Mm.
ahead and unmute yourself. Simply tap on that little mic next to your name or at the bottom of your screen. Introduce yourself. Let us know who you are and also who invited you to the call. So take a minute and introduce yourself, please, to us. Thank you again in advance for listening, paying attention, learning, taking notes, because this has been an amazing week. We have learned so much. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Thank you. Back to you, CJ.
Thank you, Malika. So we will give anyone you're here for the first time, the second time, even a third time, you have never introduced yourself. We invite you to introduce yourself, unmute, say hello, no charge, and we will move on. Thank you, Malika. All right. Well, we do this every morning before we jump into our feature presentation and our major show. We have to talk about this company, this wonderful, wonderful company called Atomy. It really is a reversed engineered network marketing company. A lot of folks don't really realize it, but we have inverted the, that triangle, that pyramid. No, it's about you first, and the company is second. It's designed to make you win. It might be slow, but success is sure. I invite everyone to rely on the system of atomy. Yes, some will run faster than others, but we will all get to the mountaintop. I encourage everyone, do not quit. Rest if you must, but do not quit. This is the age where technology is going to drive everything. You need to have an online business. One stream of income is not enough, will never be enough. Now is the time to build your network marketing business. Some of us will build it fast. Some others will build slowly. It does not matter. What matters is that you do not quit. 8 steps to success. Work it, work it, work it. It will work if you work it. If you do not have a business partner, get yourself a business partner. Get on the call. Invite a friend. Mondays, we have momentum mornings every morning. Then in the night, we meet again. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday nights, Friday nights. Folks, there's no excuse. This is not going to go away. In fact, Atomy is about to take off. You ain't seen nothing yet. Get yourself in front of the tsunami. Okay, so we've been talking about the heart this week and what quietly is happening. And I've been inviting my sisters to pay attention. Those 7 signs. Okay. It's the number one killer of women in the United States of America. It used to be men. Now it's the women. That tells me that there's a thing going on quietly called chronic stress. You do the home, you do the kids, then you go to work, and I got to take a minute to talk to my sisters and get away from this isolationist lifestyle. It does not work. Then we spoke about AI, the AI invasion. It's not going to go away. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. Get yourself together. Take care of your mental health and your emotional health. Yes, there are going to be casualties, and it is speeding up. It used to be Chat GPT. Now it's Grok, it's Claude, and all the other platforms out there. So do not shy away from the technology. Learn the technology. Be on top of stress. Walk sometimes. In fact, walk all the times. Take off your shoes. Walk on the grass. Walk slowly. Breathe deeply. Do your squats. Take your hemohim. Stay away from the microwave. Eat real food. Throw away those aluminum pots. All that heavy metal stuff. It's aging you. It's killing you. All the heavy metals. Get your spirulina on. Get your milk thistle. Give your liver a treat. Give your kidney a treat. Come on, ladies. Take care of your health. Your health is your wealth. We want to see you around for a long time. And I'm talking to the guys as well. The same thing applies. Yeah, it's all about wellness. That's what we do here. So let's talk about the company Atomy, and then we'll talk about our standalone signature product called the Hemohim, and then we will get into major showtime. Yes, that's what we'll do. So Atomy.
There's a company that has made the seemingly impossible become reality. Starting from a small country to USA, Canada, Japan, Southeast Asia, and now South America. A global company with 4 million active members across 11 countries, growing beyond its home market and quickly gaining notice across the world. A company that received the $50 million Export Award in 2017. With extraordinary growth since its foundation in 2009, global sales reached about $1 billion in 2017 and continues to show steady growth. Going beyond customer satisfaction, fulfilling customer success. We are Atomy. Beginning with health and beauty products, Atomy's various products include food, living, fashion, and home products. Figures released by the Korea Fair Trade Commission show that Hemohim was top in the industry in sales volume for 3 straight years. While the Skincare 6 system was the best-selling cosmetic product. The new Absolute Skincare set released in 2017 was chosen by many consumers and is becoming a revolutionary skincare product. These figures indicate how much Atomy products are satisfying consumers around the world. However, Atomy's true value lies in the company's inner side. Atomy uses its prestige strategy, providing benefits to consumers with absolute quality at absolute prices, while also increasing quality of life for our members. Atomy supports cooperative companies so they can do their best to maintain the best quality, so customers can get top quality products at affordable prices, creating a culture that benefits the growth of all parties involved. Third, culture of sharing. The company is a part of a society, and Atomy is pushing to become a role model in creating a better society by promoting the culture of sharing and communication between company and society. To live, to love, to learn, and to share. We hope Atomy can become the life partner that leads to your success. Cherishing the spirit. We are proud Atomy.
The first product that I want to spend just a little time on, because I know each and every one of you are consuming this wonderful product. The only thing that I want to point out about this Hemohim is how it was originated. It was not originated for the general populace, that is us. It was originated for a selected few. And the selected few are world-renowned scientists all over the world. Now, this company, Kerry, they are also in the Republic of South Korea, and I encourage each and every one of you to do your own due diligence and your own research to make sure that I am telling you the truth. This company, Kerry, they produce gamma rays, infrared rays. If a human body is too much exposed to those rays, your cells start to mutate, you get sick, so on and so forth. So this product, Hemohim, came about to protect a few worldly scientists from overexposure to radioactivity. That's it. Now I'm going to discuss what it does when you swallow it. And in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, yes, I am of Asian descent, but this was very, very hard for me to ingest right away. A lot of Hemohim wasted. But now, many years later, I cannot live without this product. And if you see our home, it is covered with Atomy products. And all of our family members, if you see them, they're eating something within the Atomy line. So when this Hemohim product gets into your body, it does a lot of different things. I don't have a medical background, but I know what it does. First, we have something called natural killer cells in our body. And this has everything and anything to do with your immune system. Your immune system is hierarchical, okay? You have different levels. If the first level is damaged, which is your natural killer cells, then your body cannot fight deadly pathogens that come your way. We have seasonal change right now. We have allergies. We have people that are sniffling, sneezing, those things. If your immune system is strong, you will be able to fight those viruses that come your way that's airborne. But if your immune system is weak, and we're aging, and immunity has everything to do with the aging process as well, then you cannot fight that. This is why you need to take this. If you don't know why you're taking it, just continue to take it. If you do know why you're taking it, obviously you have to take it all the time. This is for sick people, well-balanced people, athletes, whatever you are. It doesn't matter as long as you are of some sort of human nature. What this product also does is it builds your red and white blood cells, and it oxygenates your blood. So if you think about it, we as human beings, we can live without certain organs. I'm sure you'll agree with that. But blood and oxygen being stripped from your body, you will become a corpse. That's how I look at it. So that is why this product is actually a godsend, if you think about it.
Okay. So, anyone want to jump in before we get started this morning? Any testimonials? Anything? And still, if you are here for the first time, feel free to introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, CJ, you did say two things: testimony and new. If anybody's new, come on the air and say something and introduce yourself and who invited you. Well, I'll say this, CJ. One thing I could tell you about Him, boy, I was feeling tired, and I took one pack, boy, didn't feel tired again after I took that one pack of Him. Boy, that thing is amazing, man. Back to you, CJ.
Mr. KJ, it's a pleasure. And I keep telling you all the time, but I know you don't believe me, but when KJ and when Gabriel and when Malika and when uh, Carol and when folks interact and share, what you really do is you give energy to the momentum, you know. And the truth also is this, KJ, that there are folks who come on the call, they are listening. Let me say this to you, KJ, and to everyone that is on the call here. Let's keep it real. Everyone is going through stuff. Life happens. And you never know the day, KJ, when someone is going to share something that is going to inspire. Someone is going to say, okay, yeah, I got it. We are here to help each other. It's called cherishing the spirit. It's called carrying forward a shared vision. It's called following the faith. It's all about serving in humility. I, I'm keeping it real, KJ. Yeah. So again and again and again, we speak words of life here. We are only here to encourage each other. One life. And in this life, we say all the positive things. Remember the four agreements, KJ? A couple months ago, we introduced the four agreements.
Oh, mm.
All right,
Uh,
okay. I'll remind
okay.
you. So,
Yeah.
agreement number one: take nothing personal. So don't,
Mm.
someone says something and we get up into our feelings. You know what I'm saying? And we get all
Right.
bent into shape. No. Around here, we take nothing personal. Number one. Number two, be meticulous with your words. Every word you speak, KJ, whether to yourself, because you can talk to yourself. And Dr. Seth just this morning, talking about chronic stress. He talks about, besides doing your walking and your strolling and your exercises, he is talking about what you say to yourself. So you smile with others, but you talk positively to yourself. And then we say, always do your best. That's number three. Always endeavor to do your best. And finally, agreement number four. And what is that? Never assume. Aha. Never ever. And if you live your life that way, bro and sisters and family, you will win and you will win and you will win and you'll keep on winning. Don't take anything personal, bro. Don't do that. Let it go. Let it go. One life.
Yeah, CJ, boy, I tell you, life. I think that once you feel like an earthquake coming in, you're bound to forget the rules, right? The golden rules that you should be learning. And so sometimes, outcome and challenging and journeys can be could be good for most folks. And I said to this person, right? And I said this, CJ, and I said, listen, you know when they ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm blessed. And why? Because I can see the day, despite of how the journey is. Because you can only get stressed for like 1 or 2 days in per week out of the 7 days. 1 or 2 days, and probably none for the whole week. So that's why I'm blessed. Because if I don't have stress, I'm blessed. You know. But you have a little stress. Don't worry. Come up with a solution and resolve it right away. If not, put it away and worry about it later. Because you'll only have a life to live and to go through this journey. So live
Yes,
as
sir.
your best fully and take Atomy and I'll journey with you. Back to you, CJ.
Thank you, sir. All right. Again, we keep it real here. We do. Everyone is going through stuff, and so the net effect of stuff is chronic stress. You got to take care of chronic stress. It will age you. It will mess you up. All right. Okay.
That is true. CJ, I would like to intervene.
Just
Tonight, in your space.
one sec. Is that Gabriel you were saying?
Yes. I wanted to add something to what was just said.
Okay.
We are talking about stress. Yes, going through challenges. Good morning to everybody first. Going through challenges causes lots of stress. But we also know that this is part of life, right? We want to keep positive because what is happening, and I discovered that through Atomy, when we were having these classes, the reading class on this book that I recommend to everybody from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Through the reading of this book, we realize that when what you think most about is what you see materialize in life, which means that the intensity of your stress is gonna provoke in an unexpected way a series of different difficulties multiplying themselves. The more stressed you are, the more problems you will see. But we also learned through that book that you want to react differently. You might not feel like, but you want to think positively. You want to bring the positive, like what you want to see happen is what you say. You are going through stress because there is no work, because you don't know how to pay the rent, because you don't know this, you don't know that. Then you want to bring that, because this is so stressful. You want to decide to say, oh, thank you, Lord, that I'm paying my rent. Thank you that I'm doing this. Thank you that I'm doing this. I do this, I do that. The positive outcome that you're expecting. And the more you pray about it, the more you confess it. This is a law. There's nothing you can do about it. That's how it's going to be. The more you pronounce it, the more you confess it, the more your feelings, your subconscious will believe it. And that's how it comes to reality. You will be surprised that the atmosphere around you is going to change. You will be surprised that the circumstances, you don't know how it's operating. God knows, and that's okay that you don't know. And you will be seeing the difference. The situation is changing. Why? Because you put yourself in that positive, abundant side. Because that's what God wants from us, right? He says, I came to you for you to have life and life abundantly. which means that everything that is not manifesting abundantly, this is not good. But in the midst of those trials, in the midst of those challenges, there is also a forming, an opportunity for us to be formed, our hands to be formed to the battle, our mind to be transformed, to become stronger. So we think positively. And in the midst of these challenges, take your MOE. It makes the difference. And I know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking out of experience.
Yeah.
So you take the MOE, it relaxes you. Like these last days, instead of taking one at early in the morning and one by noon, I take two in the morning. So I know I took them. But I have never been sleeping and relaxed in my whole life as I am now.
Wow.
The hemoim is really just. Usually, I would sleep maybe 5 hours, and I was feeling so stressed because of life's challenges. But since I started taking my two hemoims in the morning, I would be sleeping 7 hours in a row, and I am so relaxed. I wake up, I am positive, my mind is rested, I think clearly, and now ideas come for the solution and things, and I pray, I do my auto-suggestion, I pray about the situation, and I can see that things are moving and changing to my favor. So this emoim, relaxation, is real. Remember that it's made of 3 different plants, herbs that are, one of them is producing this relaxation, relaxing mode. So I want to encourage all of us to become an actor, not a watcher. If you are not paying the product, you cannot speak about something you do not use yourself. So we want to use it. We don't want to let people talk about it, and we think, oh, maybe no. The day I heard about it, I was a watcher for 2 months. Then I said, hey, Gabby, you're not going to keep on being a watcher when yourself you have a diabetes 2 issue. And I started using it today. The diabetes, I'm not even going to say my diabetes. It's not mine. This diabetes thing is balanced now because the hemoim helped my body, helped my cell do what it has to do so that my body is able to fight against it. And today it's balanced. Same thing for my husband who was suffering from hyper blood pressure. High blood pressure. He also started using the hemoin. At the same time, he had terrible muscular pains because he is a truck driver. So there was this calf area where I always had to massage because I'm a massage therapist. I would be massaging every day. Hey, no results. When he took the hemoin, not only he got results, after 1 week, his body came back to the normal level, the normal functioning, no more high blood pressure. And the pain on his scalp, I have been using the toothpaste. Family, the toothpaste. I used it only once. And it is now more than 4 or 5 months since my husband, he even forgot about this. So the projects are real. They speak by themselves. And when you use it, you will have your own testimony. Your own. So this is what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Gabriel. Thanks for sharing. Indeed. Indeed. I'll say it again. It's great to go out there and get your selective skincare. It's great to go out there and get your evening care for a set. But look, the reality is that the truth is, before you get all these wonderful absolute products, and they are indeed absolute, they're really good. And I'll share a testimony before we close out this morning with regards to the evening care for set. But you really do need to go on the inside and take care of business. You really do need to get your probiotics. A lot of what is happening on the outside is being affected by what is going on the inside. We've been introducing a word in recent weeks called the microbiome and the mitochondria. That's the powerhouse in the cell. And if we're not feeding that mitochondria, what's the point? Because ultimately, if the cell is not alive, not kicking, not working right, it's going to affect everything on the outside. So let's go inside. Let's get into the microbiome, your gut health. Let's clean it up and let's feed those good bacteria. Your eyes are going to thank you. The hair on your the hair on your head going to thank you. Your skin tone. Look, it's important. And by the way, if we are not taking care of the gut health, the stress is going to increase. So let's go on the inside. Let's get our probiotics. Let's get our noni. Yes, because that thing, in some curious way, it takes care of those neurological issues. It opens up the pineal gland and it does what it's supposed to do. This week we spoke about the spirulina. Do you know that the spirulina is an anti-aging food? Yeah, that microalgae. So, folks, before we get into our beauty care, be paying attention. Be about taking care of your gut health. Very important. I want to get into the show this morning. I pulled up something from our good friend Maria that I'd love to just play for us. But I really think that for those of us who know we are struggling with stress issues, because life happens, things are, it's the rent, it's the mortgage, it's the payments, it's the job displacement, it's that tragic news that we got a week ago, a day ago, a couple months ago, and so the body is in that fight or flight mode. We need to calm it down. We need to take control of the situation. All right. No one wants to say something this morning?
I had something to say. I just want to ask you, CG, because you brought up probiotic and you did brought up the micro. Oh, my pronunciation here today.
The
Mitochondria.
mitochondria. Yeah.
Mitochondria. Yes. Wait a minute. But the probiotic, was it spirulina or was it the probiotic that can help the mitochondria?
Well, they the probiotics. Look, KJ. It's all about your gut health. The the builders, the stone that the builders reject becomes a chief cornerstone. We have been overlooking the gut health. And this is what we want to be paying attention to. All inflammation starts in the gut. So we have in our shopping mall, we have the probiotic 10 plus. So yes, we got our hemohim and we have our noni, but we also need to be getting our probiotics, feeding the good bacteria. And what I discovered just by way of studying the spirulina, it being a microalgae, that also is good for the gut. It's a superfood, and
Right.
it's anti-aging. It feeds the gut. It does more than we think it does, um, and it's a it's just something that we want to include, KJ, in the protocol on the road to taking care of gut health. That
Yes.
is anything we can do to take care of our gut health. We are really doing something that is going to extend our lives. And by the way, make no mistake about it. You remember when you were going through your hospital visits and all those antibiotics?
Right.
Sir, it takes a minimum of 4 years for those antibiotics to be
To
whatever
kick
it
in.
whatever it does to your body. It takes 4 years to restore the body back to homeostasis. All the more
Mm.
reason why we do need to feed our bodies with the good bacteria. So our atomy probiotics, and incidentally, we should be talking about beauty care this morning, but look at what we're doing. We're going into the gut because this affects everything on the outside. Here's what is happening with our atomy probiotics. If you go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to Costco, the probiotics you're getting there carries 4 strains. Only in Atomy you are getting probiotics with 12 strains. Yeah, you can take that to the bank. Okay, and of course
Yeah.
all of us need to be done with anything processed. All these processed foods is destroying the gut health. We need fiber. Green leafy greens and the bright reds and the bright oranges. That's what the gut is crying out for. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I better stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, refined sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is America in our end, but we in America, yeah, it's a lot of that, a lot of that. A lot of
Dr. Seth Capehart. He's the doctor that was talking about chronic stress this morning, and he's for real. He's a real doctor in the real ER. He's been out there. He is the same doctor who talks with passion about. He says the doctor can't cure you. The doctor can't make you well. So he has recognized, and he's a championing. He's championing the cause for wellness. The doctor can do what they're trained to do, but only you can make yourself healthy. And I believe that I had sent that video to you a week or so ago. Yeah, it's you have got to be proactively concerned with your health. You got to do all these things that preventative health care. Your health is in your
yes.
hands. Yeah.
Yes, CJ. Dude, yes. I just want to touch on that because I have with my experience, I understand. Look, guys, I'm gonna tell you, man, to take a matter on your own hand, it could be frightening. And especially, are you doing it right? And thank God there's YouTube video that that's highlight information uh where you can actually go online and read about it. Before then it was none. But before then, they didn't had all the crazy refined sugar and all of the stuff. I think by the time it got to the 1950s, that's when things just started kick in, early 1950s. But before then, it was just with the Westing food, I think, here in America. But you know, I gotta say, through experience, CJ, when I had a tumor, I'm gonna always use this story. Listen, guys. I was eating free food because of the fact that it was coming from a food bank, and I consume a lot of sugar and salt and all the high sodium, not paying attention. The minimum sodium that you should be eating per day is really 500 milligram. Most folks succeed that. As far as sugar wise, and adding sugar, that's not reading the instruction that's on the box is very important, vital here in America. Because one thing I could tell you guys, boy, when I had that tumor, it took about 11 months. I didn't know if that thing was going to go away. And I'm telling you, from the chest, it's right there from the chest. And I did everything as possible, which was, right? I had to read a book to get the knowledge, right? The second thing is that I had to act on it, which was remove the stuff well, this book called Know Your Blood Type told me everything that I need to eliminate, the food that shouldn't be eating for my blood type, right? And I started to do that. And then I had to exercise. I had to sweat it. They say the sun is very good for you, but don't stay in the sun too long to burn, and you end up getting sun cancer. No. But the idea is your body do need some sun, right? But that was not enough. That was not enough. So I had to keep doing it for 10 months, 10, 11 months, guys, to consistent exercise every morning, run at night. Cut
Oh,
cut out the sugar for 11 months. It was the hardest process, but I did it for my life. So if you're gonna take a sickness in your matter and not really do and expect some other one to take care of you, be careful because nobody know your body but you. But you have to learn your body. I advise everybody learn yourself. Learn yourself because Atomy really has the right product that I did, just to hear all these testimonies and what it does for a lot of folks. So I'm sharing you guys for those who already use the Atomy applaud to you guys, but who are new here today, that's who I'm referring to as well. Guys, learn a little bit more. Yeah, overnight, it's not gonna, it may not, you may be skeptical, but as I was skeptical, but when it could been a more exposure about atomy and hearing the experience of folks who experience with atomy and my experience, I'm telling you, best thing you could do for longevity for those who care about wellness. For those who care about wellness, so important. Back to you, CJ. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. One last thing. I reversed the tumor. Yes, when I woke up to see that hard work I did, I took the matter on my own hand to reverse it. It was the best thing ever, guys. So it's a scary time when you have something and you don't know how to get. It's going to take a long time to get rid of it. Don't know what the time frame could be. 2 months. Using Hemohim and the other products of Atomy is giving the body the right nutritious. CJ, you there?
yes, I am, sir.
Back to you.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
Great, great
Okay.
testimony, KJ. You should write a book. You've gone through a lot
Yeah.
of health challenges and doing pretty
Well,
well. It's
there you go.
amazing, amazing, amazing. Congratulations.
And Dr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anthony, yes, and I want to thank you too, Dr. Lloyd. You've been doing some, I've been looking at those videos as it relates to skincare, beauty care. I just love them. They're good. Thank you, CJ. Dr. Antoinette, you there?
Oh, I didn't tap to speak. Sorry. I said thank you, CJ.
So let me just go uh, play for us a 13-minute Automate Daily Skincare stuff we know already, but let's uh, let's do some reinforcement this morning, shall we?
Tonight, in your spacious La Quinta suite, you can be the agent of destruction. We get it. You've been building connections all day. Go ahead, demolish that personal record. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine.
just one thing why many people say personal trust.
Okay. So, Dr. Lloyd, I guess the only thing that is left for her to use now is is it the Hydra Bright?
All right. She just finished doing the whole 6 steps for the absolute skincare, right?
Yes.
And that's, I guess she's finishing in the morning, not at night. I mean, if you're at night, then you can put on the night cream, the 24 karat gold night mask. She could put that on, or the on top of that, the what's it called? The peel mask? What is it? The peel mask at the end. Peel off mask at night. Or during the day, just put the sunscreen on and go after what she just did.
Okay.
I mean,
Wow.
you can layer all these things. So if you want to put the Hydra mask on, the Hydra brightening set, yes, you could.
So, when do we use the Hydra Brightening?
Some people use it instead of that 6 step, you know,
Oh,
because it's just a lot quicker. There's so many steps with the 6. It's a lot to do. Um, so you could alternate it. One day do one day do the other set, or if you want to incorporate it all in there, I would say put the light. There's the brightening set. It's the ampule. You put the ampule is thinner before you put the creams on, which are thicker.
okay. Thank you, Dr. Lloyd. So, I use the first thing after using the cleanser, I put on the ampoule. But am I doing the right thing? No, I use a toner and then the ampoule.
Yes,
Am
that's
I?
correct. The
Yeah.
toner and then the
Okay.
ampule. Yes,
Okay.
right. It's
Ooh.
basically, in general, it's the thinner before the thicker that you put on, so that they can be absorbed and sealed in.
Okay.
The thinner products, they're more watery, more moisturizing, and then with the creams, the serum and then the cream. And the cream are thicker and they kind of just
Yeah.
seal in is the best term to use. Seals in the other ingredients.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Lloyd.
Sure.
All right. So, any questions before we go? Any questions? Any comments before we go?
Yeah, great call, CJ. I'll comment. Great call. Thank you, Dr. Lloyd. We miss you. I miss you.
And thank you, Valerie.
I missed you. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about you this morning. I was going to reach out to you. So it's great to see you on the call. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you, CJ. It was a great week. Oh, today's only Thursday. So we have one more to go.
One more.
One more to go. And I really appreciated you, KJ, with what you shared.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing testimony. It's one thing to have gone through and
Mm-hmm.
scary illness such as that. And we just thank God that you reversed that stupid tumor. Wow. That's a powerful testimony. Thank you so much for sharing. And back to you, CJ. Thank you, Dr. Lloyd.
All right. Thank you, Valerie, Malika. And that brings us to the end of our Momentum Morning for this morning. We'll be here tomorrow morning, Friday morning. Freedom, Freestyle Fridays. Bring a guest, bring a friend. Let's change lives for better. Let's empower. Let's inspire. Let's edify. We are right now in the mastership run again. So Do all that you can. Fight for it. Don't quit. Aja, Aja, Aja.
Aja, Aja, Aja.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.